ever since I was young, my family has had rabbits. They're really quiet, but they're really cute and adorable little animals. This year, however, I've actually gotten a chance to have baby rabbits this year, which we've never had before. It's been a really interesting experience, especially since, having to care for them from when they're little and making a nest for them and all kinds of different stuff. But it's been a really interesting time having little baby rabbits. But they do require a lot of care. In this speech, I will show you the background. I'll talk about the background information behind cleaning a rabbit cage and just taking care of them in general. And then I will show you the materials needed for cleaning out a rabbit cage. And then lastly, I will show you actually how to clean out a rabbit cage. So let's get started with the background information. So some background info. According to sprucepets.com, you're supposed to clean your rabbit cage once a week. I'm going to have to disagree because I have to clean my rabbit's cage every 2 days or 3 days because they get it dirty really easily, and despite the fact they're really quiet, they make a lot of mess. So I'm going to have to disagree. Obviously, with any pet, you're supposed to refill their food and water daily, sometimes twice a day, depending on how early you feed them. So it's just common knowledge there, really. And wood shavings for when you clean out a rabbit cage, the best kind of bedding is really wood shavings because they're the most absorbent. It takes in, like, if they were to, urinate, or it really absorbs a lot of the water and wetness that the rabbits make in their cage. So, some materials. So first off, to start out with materials that you're going to need to clean out your cage, first to start out with obviously wood chips. And these are the best things to use when cleaning out a cage. As I said, they're absorbent. Some people also like to use like soft cotton, but that's typically for indoor rabbits. These rabbits stay outdoors, so wood shavings are the easiest to clean. So next off, obviously you're going to need food to refill their food. And so I just get your typical generic rabbit food. But it lasts a long time, especially if you get the big bag. But rabbits go through it quick. They like to eat, especially when you have babies. So make sure you get big bags if you have multiple rabbits, because smaller bags won't last as long. Next, we have hay. There's a lot of different hay shavings you can use. Some people like to use alfalfa. Just different types of typical hay. Even rabbit treats as well. These are also made of alfalfa, but rabbits really love these. They're really good. Then they're good for them too. It's not anything unhealthy. Then you're going to need a trash can, obviously, to take care of the bedding out of the rabbit cage. Then you're going to need, I like to use a broom and a dustpan because it's just easy to clean out all of the excess stuff. I also use a scraper, so that's a lot of the easier stuff to do. Alright, so now since that's the materials you need, I'll first start off with what you need to do first. So first off, you need to remove the rabbits from your cage. So I'm going to start by unlocking the cage. And I'm going to remove the rabbits. There's one. So here's one baby bunny. And he is a doll. I love him. Okay, stop it. Okay, so now that I've removed the rabbits from the cage, I'm going to start by removing the water and the food. So here's our empty food bowl. And our water bottle. Now we'll use these in the end to refill, put back in their cage. So those will stay up there. Alright, next I'm going to take my trash barrel and I'm going to take my scooper, which I just use just a regular dustpan because it's easier. And I'm just going to start scooping a good majority of it into the trash bucket. So like so. You can stop it.
I was gonna.
Okay, so now I've done got the majority of the old bedding out with the dustpan. I use this kitty litter scooper just to get some of the extra majority of the stuff that's kind of in the corners that I can get easier. So I'm going to demonstrate how I use that now. So I just get right into these corners and just scrape out. So now for my last part of cleaning the old bedding out, I'm going to use this broom just to get the little tiny pieces that the scraper can't get, and I'm just going to sweep it out into the ground, and I'll sweep it up later. Okay, so now the inside of the cage is clean. So now we can add our wood chips. So all you do is you just take handfuls of it and throw it in. But really what I do just to save room is I only put enough to cover the bottom, because they eventually move it around anyway since it's really hot. So I only put enough to cover the bottom. Just take a handful like that, chuck it in. So here's our original first little guy that we took out of the cage, and now we're going to put him back. So time to go back home, buddy. There you go. Okay, so now we've got our rabbits back in here, and now they're happily eating inside their brand new clean house. So now all I have to do is I just stick my water back on here and latch it back with the little holder. Okay. So taking care of rabbits is one essential part of my week, and as you can see, they're happy whenever the cage is clean. It's a very important part of taking care of rabbits. Thank you.